Hey guys, here I have came up with a pretty simple concept to bring the X portals from space to the South Pole or North Pole. So I pretty much came up with the concept of how to create these portals. But normally it's I've done some minor research on NASA X point portals, which normally occurs several times a day. Here, let me explain real quick how they work. According to NASA research, the portals are normally open up on a daily basis every day. I don't know if it's because it's the sun's north and south flip or not. I don't know the reason, but they actually, instead of being the magnetic lines being straight, connecting the sun to the earth, what happens is either the sun flips or not. I'm not sure, but like I said, what happens is the magnetic lines cross between the earth and the sun. This is the sun and this is the earth. So the magnetic lines cross, it creates what the NASA calls a X-point portal. And since they're about 10,000 miles away from Earth, they're too far away. So by the time they open, because they open momentarily, and they as soon as they open, very quickly they close. So even if you send a spacecraft, by the time you reach a X-point portal, it already has closed. So they have no access to these portals, no physical access to these portals. So what they've done is they sent some special satellites along the Earth, several of them, just to monitor these openings in space. And like I said, it happens quite often during the day, and within 24 hours. They'll have several of these portals open up somewhere around this area. But as soon as they open, they close. And so they, like I said before, they have no way to send any physical objects or satellites or aircraft or people into these portals because they only open momentarily. And as soon as they open, they close. And they're too far away from the Earth. So they can only do some research from a long distance using satellites, and that's about it. So normally the magnetic lines are like this, without actually crossing. Then no portals are open. Portals are only open when the magnetic lines from the sun and the Earth are crossed, and when they cross, they open a portal. So that's what happens. And my guessing, probably the magnetic lines, they flip somewhere over here and they cross over here, or because north and south of the sun also flips a lot, so maybe they flip and it crosses the lines. And here's when it's just normal and it's not crossing, nothing happens, no portals are open because the magnetic lines are not crossed. But when you have a Earth North Pole reversal or a flip, and we only have those every hundreds of thousands of years. And then when you have, like the one we have recently, where they reported that the magnetic North Pole is moving 30 miles toward Siberia this year, 2019. So actually we're in the progress of Earth North Pole flip or reversal in any time soon. So when that happens is, instead of having this sun magnetic flip over here, you're having it right close to the sun, probably right next to the sky or somewhere. So you have a creation of an X-point portal opening above Earth's skies for the first time in several thousands of years, because what you do is you're moving the portals are normally happening 10,000 miles away. You bring those closer to Earth, to Earth's backyard, just above the skies. And because this just a normal concept will tells you that the portals are going to be opening, and in this case near the area where the pole, North Pole and South Pole are actually flipping, and that would actually cause that effect of having these portals open up closer to Earth. And that only happens in the progress. Oh, I'm sorry. It only happens in the process while it's flipping. And like I said, it's since we haven't had full magnetic pole flip on Earth, and nobody's been alive since then. We pretty much don't know what actually might happen, but that's my hypothesis for that. But how to bring a actual portal, X point portal from 10,000 miles to Earth is very simple. You have either copper line or metal line or magnetic line, just like a cable. You have this thick cable from the North Pole. This thick cable goes all the way to the south, and then now you can create a portal opening on Earth in the south that connects the portal to the sun. And the way it works is, just like I said, just lay out maybe in the seabed thick cable, either metal, copper, or magnetic cable, and this cable is insulated, so it doesn't affect the magnetic field of the Earth, so it has to be heavily insulated. But at the access point on the south, you can have an opening there, and then you can have the magnetic field of the south combined with the north, and since the Earth's magnetic field is very powerful, and then you get a combination of the sun's magnetic field, you can open a portal right in the South Pole. Let me do a little demonstration. This is just copper, but it could be metal, it doesn't matter. And normally, let me see, this is a magnet. If you see it, it'll pick it up. So let's say this is just a quarter. Let's say this is south. This is the south South Pole, and you have this right here on top. This is the South Pole right here, and this is the energy, or the magnetic energy from the north traveling through this cord, to this cable. So either be copper, magnetic material, or metal. But anyway, this is the north magnetic energy traveling to the cable. So this is, it's already magnetized, and then the magnetism will travel this cable, and at the end you have the magnetic forces of the North Pole. And watch this, as you get it close to the paperclip, it should be able to lift this and show you that the actual magnetic field does travel through the cable itself. And let me see that. Yeah, it's just to show you. See how it's lifting it up? So my point is that you could use this magnetic energy from the north and drop the cable underneath the seabed. So the energy, the North Pole energy, will travel through this cable, and you have the South Pole, and then the energy from the South Pole, magnetic energy from the South Pole with the magnetic energy from the North is so powerful that right here in between you'll have a portal created. Same thing that happens in space, tens of thousands of miles away. A portal can open on Earth using this concept. And it's my invention, pretty much. It's very simple. You don't require any kind of electronics or as far as energy. You're using the Earth's energy to create a portal, but you need to set a cable line from the North Pole and drop it in the ocean and have that cable highly insulated so it doesn't affect the Earth's magnetic field, and have that cable going through until it reaches the south. And when that cable energy, positive energy, it encounters South Pole energy, in between those two, it creates a portal, and that portal connects to the sun, and that sun portal connects into other dimensions or other places that mankind has not been able to travel. So, but that's my concept of bringing the portals, the actual NASA X portals that NASA has been researching all these years, to bring those to the Earth's surface. Or otherwise, if we had a magnetic full-blown pole reversal of Earth, then it also could bring the portals from a distance of 10 to 1,000 miles away to the skies of the Earth, in a massive opening momentarily above the skies, because of the progress in progress of the magnetic pulse reversal. Or we could actually build one ourselves, dropping a underwater cable throughout the ocean, and create one ourselves in the South Pole.